What's going on, guys? This is Justin with Technical Gamer Tube, and I'm kind of bringing you a what is video today. And today it's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Wii U, which came out February 21st here in North America for $49.99 USD, both in stores and at the Nintendo eShop as the MSRP. And if you guys are wanting to get it off the eShop, if you're curious about how big it is, it's almost 11 gigabytes when you download it from the eShop. So make sure you have plenty of space if you do want to download it from the eShop. It's a pretty big game compared to what they usually do. Like Super Mario 3D World was like 4 gigs, so this is a lot bigger. It's a 2.5D platformer, if you don't already know. You know, 3D graphic assets, but set on a 2D playing field. But the camera does change dynamically, and I'll show you that here in a little while. And this is actually the sequel to 2010 Wii game Donkey Kong Country Returns by the same studio, which is Retro Studios, the guys that not only made Donkey Kong Country Returns but also the Metroid Prime trilogy on GameCube and Wii. So we know these guys are pretty good at making games in general, and Donkey Kong Country Returns was actually pretty good, but I personally didn't like Donkey Kong Country Returns a whole lot. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't think it quite captured the feel of the original trilogy, which Donkey Kong Country Returns was a sequel to the original Super Nintendo trilogy, Donkey Kong Country, back in the mid-90s on Super Nintendo. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about why I feel that the original didn't quite capture the feel of the original trilogy, but this game, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I think does. I think they nail not only the kind of visual feel of the original trilogy, at least at the impact that it had at the time. If you look now and see the game, it doesn't look so good. It's very low res. But also has the music, a lot of the music from the original trilogy, which the original trilogy composer, David Wise, is actually the composer in this game. So Retro Studios sought him out and hired him to do the music for this game compared to the Donkey Kong Country Returns. He was not on the team as composer. It was as a new composing team then. The game's got 6 worlds. I have not beat the game yet, so this is just kind of like a what is. I'm actually like on the 4th world, but I've put plenty of time into it, seen plenty of worlds. This is like the first world too. This is the very first world, so I don't want to show you guys some later stuff, but I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff I thought was really neat about the game. The game is 720p on the Wii U, and it does run at 60 frames per second. I'm not going to upload a 60 frames per second video just because YouTube, you've got to have a special HTML5 plugin just to even see 60 frames per second. So for most people, you know, it'd just be too much of a pain in the setup to see the 60 FPS. But if it were up to me, I would definitely have it this way. I'd rather it be 60 frames per second at 720p than to say like do 1080p and be 30 frames. I think if it came between the two choices, I would definitely just do 720p 60. So, and the game looks great, especially, you know, YouTube may not show it off as well as it deserves, because again, you're not seeing the 60 frames, but it looks really good. So you can play the game with the Wii Remote, Gamepad, Pro Controller, pretty much whatever you want to play it like as. Now, if you play on the Gamepad, the screen is just completely blank. It doesn't do anything if you're playing on TV. It's just blank. Which I guess is okay. It saves battery power. You know, the Gamepad's going to last longer that way. Instead of just having the image mirrored there the whole time. So, at first when I read about that, I was like, oh, come on, you know, this is something you guys can do with the gamepad. But really, I mean, what are you going to do? Except just have a mirror image of what's going on the screen. So, I mean, and too many games do that, so I guess it's better just to leave it blank. Now, it does do off-TV play. So, of course, then it will obviously show the footage of the game on the gamepad. And this is one of the really awesome minecart stages of the game. This is Sawmill Thrill. Now, the thing about this game is, shoot, ha! I got it anyway. Is the whole game is dynamic. Everything is dynamic. You know, there's always something going on the stage. So I just went from a minecart to a log flume, and it's raining and thundering, lightning, and just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So. And the game is kind of hard. It's kind of unforgiving in a lot of ways. I have died many a times. I might die even here on the stage. Just trying to show you guys. It's pretty pixel perfect jumping and attacking. And you generally only get like 2 hits, but most of the time you're gonna die falling into pits and stuff like that. So. But the game does give you checkpoints. You get the little pig checkpoint, usually twice in every stage. So at least if you do mess up and die a lot, as long as you've got lives, you don't have to start all over again. Except for on bosses, and I'll show you guys that as well. If you fight a boss and you don't win, you've got to start all over again until you do win. So it's one of those times you might want to... Crap. Let's see, there I go, I died. It's one of those times where you might want to have a buddy if you play a boss, because that's when 2-player comes in handy. So, how is 2-player? Well, 2-player is a little chaotic in the game because you guys have to share the same camera. And if you die, it takes 2 balloons from you instead of just 1. So, that can be pretty bad. So, on regular stages, unless, I mean, it generally, unless you work really well together, it's going to be a bad idea. Unless you got plenty of lives, you know, so. But on bosses, it's definitely useful to have a buddy. So see, I lived the second try. Oh, I got bananas. So, and that stage actually has a hidden exit too. You guys can look that up. I'm not gonna like spoil it for you. There's a hidden exit on that stage. So, I mean, the game's got hiddens. It's got hidden exits. It's got hidden bonus puzzle rooms. And if you collect all the Kong letters in every single stage, in each world, you unlock an extra stage on that world, an extra harder stage. Like they're called K stages, like K1, K2, based off of what order in, and they're really tough. Not that the original game's not already tough, but they're even tougher. So that was a really cool mine start stage, Sawmill Thrill. I love that stage. I'll show you guys another stage here. This Grassland Grove, this stage is awesome. And you know, I saw a GameStop review on YouTube, their original review for the game, and the guy was like, I think some of his, to quote some of his things that he said, that it stuck so steadfastly to platforming 101, and it changed no conventions, it was boring, it was unoriginal. I don't know what that guy was talking about. It is a 2.5D platformer, yeah, but it's extremely dynamic. Like in this stage, you got the trees and stuff like dancing to the music. They're just dancing with the drum beat the whole time. I want to get killed by that bird. I did not die by that bird. Right. So you got a barrel here, and you got different things spinning around. You've got Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and then Cranky Kong. They each have their own different abilities, and I like Dixie Kong the most. I think most people will, because Donkey Kong by himself, he's slow and he's heavy, and he just doesn't jump very well. So she has a little propeller spin that helps me jump a little higher, because his jump just kind of sucks. So when you're stuck with Donkey Kong by yourself, you're kind of really wishing you had Dixie Kong or even Diddy Kong, who has little jetpacks. And if you're playing 2-player, they have their own special attack as well when they're by themselves. or they can jump on your back and just tag along with you. So, you know, two-player can be fun. Just make sure you bring plenty of red balloons to the party, because if you die, like I said earlier, it's going to cost you twice as many lives. And there's puzzle pieces to collect too. In the game, I'm not really sure what they do when you get them. I think it's just to unlock extras, but the Kong letters are pretty important, because getting all the Kong letters gets you that extra stage, like I said before. So I always try to get all the Kong letters, which is something they've been doing since the original trilogy on Super Nintendo. So see, I cut all his grass while rolling. I get rewarded with balloons. And he turns into a smiley face, so you never know what's going on in this game. You never know what's behind something. Got awarded a banana coin for doing that. And I jumped on his head when he had a spiky helmet. That was pretty dumb of me. Let's not do that. Man, I saw that coming. I don't know why I even tried. So I cut his grass, he raises up higher so that I can jump onto this grass up here. So just this very like African safari kind of feel to the stage. Really cool. With the music and the visuals. That was a puzzle piece I'd already got. Now in this game, if you've gotten the puzzle piece once before, even if you died, it still gives you credit for the puzzle piece. You don't have to get it a second time. You can actually just pretty much suicide for a puzzle piece if you got to. Like that one as well. And it'll just keep giving you credit for it. Now the Kong letters, you have to get. That's really cool. So we're going to go to the background now to those giraffes on sticks. But the Kong letters you have to get and make it to a checkpoint without dying. If you don't, then you don't get credit for it. I'm going to try to cut this grass. It's probably going to kill me. Oh, look at that. See, puzzle piece I already got. So these little giraffes, pogo giraffes on sticks, really cool. I just like the puppeteer artistic flair here. It's really neat. Seeing some random fireworks thrown in there. Oh, there's a Kong letter. Need to get that. Oh, no, I missed it. Aha! See, I got the O. So it definitely encourages you to come back and play it again to get all the Kong letters, to get the puzzle pieces, to unlock all the little extras, to get the extra stages. Lord Time Trial, also really cool. I'll show you guys the time trial in a little bit. Stay with Dixie Kong. I meant to get Diddy Kong to show you guys. I'll try to do that next time. Busted him up. So these trees, man, they're rocking out. Keep him with a job. Aha! I got the M. Alright. I don't think I've gotten that yet, so that's sweet. Look at that. Cut his grass. I did not grab onto that stick. That was my fault. Yeah, you grab almost stuff with the rear trigger, and I guess I just hit it a little late. I don't really want to. I want to say that the game doesn't. It's pretty accurate about the buttons. It's pretty good. I do have a slight delay on my capture card here, so let's just blame it on that. Let's just blame it on the capture card. That's just damn cool. Let's get Diddy Kong. Yeah, Diddy Kong. So Diddy Kong, he's got little rocket packs that he doesn't go higher, but he lets you go further, so it's to close bigger gaps. So if you can't drop as long. I grabbed onto it that time, didn't I? So Donkey Kong, you got your smack on the ground with just hitting the Y button, but if you're moving, and I just found a secret. Alright. If you're moving, you hit the Y button, then you roll. These are one of those bonus worms where you try to collect all the banana coins, or all bananas rather, in the time limit. If you do, then you get rewarded a puzzle piece. So, and there's at least a couple of these in like every single stage. And they're generally a little different the way they're laid out. Crap. I did not make it. I almost made it. Sigh. So, but if you do it all, you get a puzzle piece. Just for unlocking stuff. But yeah, you can smack the ground, do a roll. If you're moving, you'll do a roll, which can sometimes be dangerous. You have to watch out for that. If you want to smack the ground, but you're moving the stick, and you do a roll, then you will roll right off a cliff if you meant to do a smack. So he won't go higher. I wish he could. Because a lot of times this game will get you to hop off the heads of enemies just to get to stuff. So that's where Dixie Kong comes in handy, because if you don't have your timing quite right, she can still make up for it. Now I'm riding on these little snake dudes, and you gotta kind of grab on this grass here. Woo! That's a big old fat walrus guy. But you'll have to grab onto the grass here in a second, otherwise you'll fall. And puzzle piece. We'd already got that one, so you can see it's transparent. See, Donkey Kong's falling. I gotta climb onto the grass there. You can do it. Woo! I almost fell, but I'm grabbing onto the grass. So, yeah, I kind of want this very setup in my backyard. I do. I just want to walk around on the tops of stone snakes with grass and live. And the end of the stage, because I cut his grass. He's very happy that I cut the grass on his head. Let's see if we can get the DK in there. It's bananas again. Bananas. Confetti and all sorts of stuff. But I did get all the Kong letters. Yeah. Almost all the puzzle pieces. Loading times. Now, loading times can be kind of bad in the game. Sometimes the loading just seems like it takes forever. That was actually pretty quick, but sometimes it'll take like, seems like 2 minutes to load just one stage. You're just like, oh, why is it taking so long? Let's see here. I'll show y'all Deep Keep. I think this is his age, I'm thinking. This is the underwater stage, which is really cool. Let's see if this is the right stage. I hope it is. Yeah, so 6 worlds in the game. Probably about 6 regular stages to each world, but there's also about usually 1 to 2 hidden worlds. And then there's that bonus challenge world that you have to get to. You have to get all the Kong letters in all the stages, and those were really hard. Those were definitely an extra challenge. Can't get there. So David Wise is the composer once again for this game, and you can kind of hear it. I just think the music's really good, and it reminds me of the original trilogy, also done by the same guy. So, and you'll hear as the music changes when I jump in the water. Really neat. really cool music. I like it. I think it's very atmospheric. It definitely fits going underwater and seeing all these cool coral reefs and fish and stuff. Um, you know, and I think Game Informer said it best when this game is a perfect balance of wonder and punishment. So wonder and punishment, because the game is not easy at all, especially the first time through the stage. It can be kind of frustrating sometimes, but you know, you just push through and you will beat the stage. You will beat the boss. But when you see this kind of cool stuff and you unlock those secrets, it's just so awesome. So. Yeah, the music in here is really cool. I just like it. And it's the same music from Donkey Kong Country. Actually, same underwater music. Just sounds a little better. I want to kick his fat butt. There we go. And you have a water gauge in the game, and so you got to kind of jump up for air on occasion. Excuse me. Good old invincibility frames, which ran out. Oh, Diddy Kong's dead. Sucks. Now, one move you've got in the game I often forget to use is like your super move. You can hit the button when your gauge is filled up when you've got two Kongs together. And do that. And it turns every bad guy, every enemy on screen into an item. So for Dixie Kong you get a gold heart, and I think Cranky Kong you get banana coins. And I'm not sure what you get for Diddy Kong. We'll have to find out. So, you see the meter's not filled up all the way now. We gotta wait for it to fill back up. But Dixie Kong also has another really cool ability. If you just hold the A button while you're under the water, her ponytail will turn into that little propeller. Very, very cool. Let's propel through. I gotta watch my oxygen there. Ah! Woo! Aha! I got the N. This is an interesting room, very big. Try to get to the other side of the room before I run out of oxygen. To get my little bubbles. There we go. Ah, crap. Trying to go. Oh, I lost Diddy Kong. Dixie Kong, rather. But I got my banana coin and my Kong letter, so I don't even care. Bonus room right at the end. Ah, crap. Well, yeah, I'm not too good at those bonus rooms. What can I say? Not terrible at the game. I'm not perked at it. Bananas again. And then I always get bananas. Every time. It's just bananas for me. Can't seem to get anything better. But I did get all the Kong letters. Awesome. He's happy. And loading. show you guys one more thing. That's like a boss fight. I want to show you guys a boss fight. Yeah, okay, let's kind of close it up with a boss fight. So, you know, the game, I think it's really cool. Actually, let me show you time attack. So, time attack is I can play for a time, like to get the best time, or I can go online to the leaderboards and see who's got the best time. Global top rank, as it connects to the Nintendo network. So the fastest time is minute 30 seconds by Majora's Mask 9. He didn't do it with any help. He didn't have a helper with him, and he collected everything. And it says I can watch the video. So let's watch his replay and see how he did that in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I downloaded it. Let's watch it. It's a pretty cool stage, by the way. Also really cool. So if you do it and you make to the top ranks, then your video, your playthrough is also uploaded. And everybody else can watch it too, and be in envy of your skills. So he don't even worry about collecting everything. He's just going as fast as he can. Yeah. Doing the Dixie Kong roll there. That you can make the roll go as long as you want, actually, if you have Dixie Kong like that. Holy crap. I thought he was gonna die. Wow. That's pretty fast. So this guy's pretty good. I would have probably died already like 4 times. I don't see how he just pulled it off. He hit that dude on the head and it looked like he did. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Pretty good. He only needed 1 minute 50 seconds to get the gold medal. So, and he did it without getting hit. So he gets a heart icon for that. And it's kind of interactive. I can replay it again or continue. Upload as if I was actually playing it. So I don't think it's actually a video file. It's just like a config file to tell the game how to set it, how to play through the game. So leaderboards is really cool. I'm glad that they have leaderboards. That really provides like an online community thing that Nintendo, you know, doesn't typically do. So friends top rank. I don't have any friends playing Donkey Kong Country right now. Global player rank. I'm not sure what that means. It's a global top rank. And you just get the first 8, so unless you're making it to the first top 8, you're not going to be on there. Unless when your friends are playing, and then you can see theirs. You can go to default barrel where it cycles through who you want to get, or you can start out with Diddy or Dixie or Cranky. You know, Cranky, he has a pogo stick kind of thing, and he hops off stuff, so he's good for spiky zones, because he'll hop right off spiky stuff, or fiery stuff. Anything that's a surface that's hazardous, he'll just bounce right off of. So I'm going to show you guys a boss fight real quick here. And there's an inventory too, which you can buy stuff. You know, green balloons saves you from falling on occasion, so that's really cool. Blue balloons refills your air meter in the water when you run out. The bird here, I'll just show you. I'll show you at Funky Kong's shop. Funky Kong has a shop in this game, and is the purpose for your banana coins. So, like I've amassed 124 banana coins. And it's loading. Yeah, what's up, Funky? So, you can buy red balloons, kind of expensive, 3 banana coins to give you an extra life. Green balloons are for, you know, occasionally bringing you back from the death from falling from the pit, so it doesn't take a life. And blue balloons give you your air meter back if you run out of air in the water. The bird guy, he returns from Donkey Kong Country Trilogy, and he sits at the bottom of the screen and freaks out, starts squawking, flapping his wings when there is a hidden secret nearby, like a puzzle piece or a hidden entrance to one of the bonus rooms. So the shield gives you more health to your minecart or your barrel, your flying barrel. And there's flying barrels in the game. Heart gives you an extra heart because you can take another hit. The potion here gives you extra invincibility. So, you know, we're gonna buy a potion. I'm probably gonna need that. 15 banana coins? No way, dude. I'll buy an extra heart. Right. So yeah, the invincibility potion lasts like 30 seconds maybe. It gives you invincibility. These are so you can start the stage with Diddy Kong, or Cranky Kong instead of having to look for them. And those barrels are kind of rare. I mean, they're not all over the place. So, and this is kind of like a bonus thing. You know, use banana coins to unlock trophies or statues. So I got a Pointy Tux toy, so it's like a figurine I can view in 3D and just check him out, check out the model. So that's what those banana coins are for. Fight the good fight, Kongs. So I go to extras and go to figurines, and you see I got a new figurine. It's one of the bosses actually. So, and that guy was a pain in the butt. He was hard, so I can kind of view him and zoom in on him. You can see this is an actual in-game model, you know, and so this stuff's running 60 frames a second and 720p. It's really detailed. It doesn't look like much because of the way the camera is most of the time, because it's kind of zoomed out so that you can see a wide field of view. But this stuff's pretty detailed. You know, he's really detailed. So let's show you guys a boss fight real quick before I kind of close the video out. Let's use our inventory. Start with Cranky Kong and a heart. Why not? Yes. Let's go. And there's Cranky Kong, which I didn't even need him because there was a barrel right there. I feel like a dummy. So you got Cranky Kong. He got the pogo stick thing. Blah. He just keep doing it really. Just jump, hold down the jump button again. Pretty cool. See, I got the extra heart up there. You can like see the fur on Donkey Kong and all the fur on Cranky Kong's beard. It's really cool. Cranky Kong representing the original Donkey Kong from the original arcade game back in the 80s. One of Nintendo's first game, I believe. Nintendo's first game. Some really cool rock music go to the boss fight. Freaking awesome. Evil fish. Let's use our power and turn them into items. I worked on one of them. I think because the rest of them were leaving the screen. Probably should have waited and used them on all this stuff. Jump on his back again. Yeah. This does not follow the Mario rule, you know, where you have to hit him 3 times. You have to hit him like 6 times, sometimes more. So not only are the stages pretty long in this game, but the boss fights are also fairly long in this game. Trying to sit on me. I'll take hold. Right. So I've already hit him like 6 times. He's still going. Why does he matter? All right. Crap. Got smacked by the spiky thing. Come on, dude. I only gotta hit you one more time, I think. There we go. No, he's still going. Well, I thought I had to hit him 9 times. Maybe not. There we go. I only smacked him once. I guess I was supposed to hit another button. Yeah. We showed him. Kong's trying really hard to keep up. So, you know, guys, this is a really cool game. I like it a lot. I didn't think I would like it so much, but there's so much going on the screen at once. The stages are very dynamic, from the dancing safari to the crazy underwater labyrinth temple, to the sawing minecart that turns to a log flume back into a minecart. There's always something going on. And that's just scratching the surface, guys. There's a Autumn Heights, temples. There's mountains and windfall villages. There is a burning savannah, which is really cool. That's like burning and falling apart as you're going through it. It's really neat. This one right here, actually, I'd just like to show you guys. And the other stage is like a tornado, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. A tornado shows up out of nowhere because why not? Why not? So they go crazy with the game, you know, always trying to keep it dynamic and fresh and ever-changing. Half the time when you play a stage, you've destroyed it by the time the stage is over with, so I don't know how much of an island you're going to have left, or how much an island Donkey Kong's going to have left. One thing I thought was weird, though, was in options, you have to set your, whether or not you want to use the D-pad. I have to go to mode here. You see how it changes from walk swim on the D-pad to walk swim on the joystick, and I have to set this up before I play a stage. I don't know why I can't simply use both D-pad or joystick. I typically just use the joystick, but for most people they like to swap between the two. You have to set it up ahead of time. So, I don't know why there's enough buttons on here. I don't think you really need to set them up either way, but... Because in the joystick mode, D-pad's not even used. It's not there. See, it's not being assigned to anything. In the joystick mode, again, the joystick's not being assigned to anything. So why couldn't you just use both? That doesn't make any sense to me. That is a little weird. Yeah, that's really about it. You know, sometimes odd long load times, the odd omission of letting you use D-pad or joystick without assigning it first. Other than that, I think the game's great. It's got leaderboard support. It's pretty good two-player. I mean, you know, it can be a little chaotic because you're having to share the screen with the camera, but just bring plenty of red balloons, you know, and half the time it's kind of helpful anyway, because if one person dies, you still get to keep going. It's not game over until you both die. Kind of like on Mario. Unless you both die at the same time, you can keep going. So just bring plenty of red balloons. Anyway, this has been Justin with Technical Gamer, and I think this game's pretty cool. If you got a Wii U, I think you should pick it up if you have a Wii U. If not, and you're on the fence about getting a Wii U, this is another push over the edge to go ahead and get it. Between this and Super Mario 3D World, these are both great games. Mario Kart coming out in May. Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate, also a badass game. And Nintendo Land's really good. So, you know, if you needed another reason to pick up a Wii U, well then here you go, you've got one. So, we'll catch you guys later.